All right, let's just jump into what spontaneous painting is, how it can work for you with art therapy, and especially if you're a beginner watercolor, how you can learn to play with your paints and your paper without getting in your head too much. Hi, friends. So, today we're going to talk about spontaneous paintings and we're just going to play. So, I have no idea what I'm going to do. This is all going to be about feeling, watching the paint and the water move. And I think it is the best way that you can learn to let go, play, have a relaxed session with your paints rather than getting all in your head about exactly what you're going to be painting, what it's going to look like. Okay, we're just going to drop some color in, watch it move, and then if something spontaneously happens where we see things in our painting, we want to develop it more. If it comes naturally and more intuitive, let's do that. All right, let's get into it.
Hey friends, so you ever sat down with your paints, looked at it, blank piece of paper in front of you, and felt completely stuck? Didn't know where you wanted to go with it. It's like the pressure is there to create a masterpiece, and it just feels a little heavy for you. So we have all been there, but today I think we're going to leave out any kind of reference photos. We are just going to let go of the rules, the precision, and any expectations. Today, we are just going to create a spontaneous painting. So if you've never heard that term before, a spontaneous painting is exactly what it sounds. It's an art session where there is absolutely no plan, no sketch, no predetermined outcome. You just pick up a tool, choose a color that speaks to you at the moment, and you're just going to let the water kind of guide you. So many times I paint simply for the joy of painting and the process of painting, completely detached about my final out piece and how it's going to turn out. And I think that is really the heart of what they call art therapy. So grab your favorite supplies, whether you have professional paints or cheap budget paints, it doesn't matter. Pour yourself a warm cup of tea or coffee and let's just paint for the joy of it today. So in our everyday lives, we are constantly being evaluated by our outcomes. Did we check everything off our to-do list today? Did our meal turn out perfectly? Is the business running effectively? We carry so much performance anxiety into everything that we do. And unfortunately, we often bring that right into our art studios. So true art therapy isn't about creating something that belongs in a museum. It's about the act of the creation itself. So I am just wetting the paper and I am playing with some lavender. I love that color. It's one of my favorite colors from my Rosa kit. I've got my big Meeden brush and I'm just kind of testing out the paints. I'm watching them move. The paintbrush holds a lot of water, so I have a good amount in there. And I'm just going to experiment with the color. So when you paint for the joy of it, I think you shift your brain from the state of doing and being an achiever, right, to just being in the moment and feeling free. And in art therapy, what I call art therapy, the paper becomes a safe space for me and I can process emotions that way. I might choose different colors to express my mood. And those emotions are basically my words that I'm putting on paper. So moving that brush, sometimes I'll scrape it with a palette knife. I'll let the pigments just bleed. It's just totally an outward expression of an inward journey that I'm doing, and it's showing on the paper. So I'm just watching. I'm just making marks and moving things around. Now you'll notice whenever I lift up my brush too, and this is something that's interesting, whenever I lift up, wherever you stop that brush in a flow when you have lots of water is where the concentration of paint is. Isn't that interesting? So that kind of look like little islands for me. As always, I'm always leaning towards the trees, landscapes, and that's just where my brain goes. It's my happy place. But if your happy place is something different, just embrace it. So I think one of the reasons that watercolor is absolutely perfect for spontaneous sessions is because it really does demand you to give up control because it has a mind of its own. It flows, it pulls, it creates like the atmospheric look if you let it, if you don't try not to overwork it too much. So when you pair that with a tool, like right now I'm using my goat hairbrush, which I absolutely love to make trees on. My painting is dry now. You can see those beautiful little colors, how they blended. I've got some light in there. So, I mean, it definitely looked like a treescape was calling me. Now, in a way, spontaneous paintings kind of teach us resilience, right? It teaches us to cooperate with the unexpected rather than fighting against it. And if a dark shadow forms where you didn't mean for it to go, it's not ruining the painting. It's just, let's go in a different direction. So that's what I'm doing here. I grabbed my goat hair brush, my small goat hair brush. Now, this looked like a beautiful atmospheric sky with some grass down in the front. So I'm just popping in some darker trees in here for this. But if you're not a big tree person, you could take a pen, do some pen work in here, scribbles. You could do some florals. It doesn't really matter. It's just, let your paints take you in any direction. Whatever you're thinking in your head, just go for it. Go into your flow state. So when you completely let go of a final outcome, something magical really happens to you. And psychologists call this the flow state. It's where time just sort of melts. Your inner critic, it's complaining about everything, how it's supposed to look perfect. That voice in your head that tells you, well, that line's not straight, that doesn't look right, the color's too dark. It finally quiets down because you are reacting intuitively. You might add a little raw umber in the corners just because you want to, and maybe it feels like it needs some warmth, or maybe you scrape away some paint with a palette knife because you want to see the light break through on the trees. You aren't thinking anymore, you're just feeling. And that's where the true part of art therapy for me comes from. It's just a form of meditation. And if you have a heavy week, or if your mind is racing, or maybe you've got a lot of tasks or deadlines, I think if you just take 15 minutes of intuitive, spontaneous painting, it can completely reset your nervous system. So when I added the grass down below, I still kept the same color scheme that I was already using. I just didn't use any more lavender. I felt this was like dark down in here, and maybe it was all in shadow. So just, playing with that little kick out that I had, it just gives it a very unique look. I don't know if it looks like a question mark or what have you, but again, it was fun. And using that goat hair brush makes the nice skinny little lines. You can see how lovely that works. And this was just super fun for me because, like I said, it was very carefree. And that is the part I want you to give yourself permission to do. Make a mess if you want. It doesn't matter. So this is my finished piece. Is it perfect? No. Is it exactly what I envisioned when I sat down? Absolutely not, because I didn't envision really anything at all. I just picked some colors. But that peace that I felt while making it is exactly what I needed today. I said to my patrons last week that I was having this creative block. I was feeling like I didn't have anything left in me. If you are a part of my Patreon family, you know that we've been leaning hard into the atmospheric paintings all month and exploring how to trust the water, find comfort in loose, moody scenes. And if you want a supportive space to let go without perfection, I would love to welcome you into our community. But wherever you are today, my challenge for you this week is to simply just pick up a brush, palette knife, pick 2, maybe 3 colors, and just paint purely for the joy of it. I want you to give yourself permission to make a mess, because sometimes the mess is exactly where all of those happy feelings happen. So thank you so much for spending this quiet, spontaneous moment with me. If this video brought you a little peace today, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for weekly painting adventures. You never know what I'm going to do. Let me know in the comments, how do you practice letting go in your art? Because I know it's tough for a lot of us. So until next time, happy painting, and just take gentle care of yourself this week. We'll see you in the next one.